Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. We have already started chapter number 18, Price Rise Consumer Awareness. Students, in that chapter I have taught you reasons of price rise. Clear? So in that I have taught you the main reasons of the price rise are increase in monetary supply, population growth, increase in export, availability of the raw material at high cost, uses of non-registered currency, price rise by government, natural factors, smuggling, hoarding and black marketing. Now students, I am going to teach you why prices should be controlled. Continuously increasing price leads to many factors that damage the whole economic system. Why it should be controlled? So the vicious circle of the price rise keeps on moving continuously because of increase in the profit, increase in the income, increase in purchasing power, increasing demand of goods and services. Lives of the poor and middle class people becomes miserable. So whenever the price increases, profit increase, income increases, purchasing power increases, ultimately it leads to the increase in the demand. So life of the people, poor people and the middle class people become miserable. Rate of saving capital generation decreases due to price and rise. So if we have to pay the high price for the commodity, earlier we had paid less price for that commodity, obviously our saving affected. Production of capital generation decreases due to price rise. Production of necessary commodity decrease. New business industries and employment stops. Foreign investment decreases because of increase in import of goods. Foreign exchange is spent, which give rise to the new problem. So foreign investment decreases because import prices increases and we do not have more foreign exchange. Production of necessary goods decreases and scarcity is created. Living standard of the people deteriorates and the poor become poorer. So people, instead of producing necessary goods, they are producing that goods in which they are finding more profits, especially the businessmen and everyone. So scarcity is created. As the production cost of the goods increases in the country, they become expensive. So the cost of the exports goods increases. See, the commodity, the raw material, everything that costly, obviously the product also become costly. Clear? The living standard of the poor or the middle class deteriorates. Means standard of living of the poor people that spoil, that deteriorate because of the price rise. In order to fulfill requirement in moral activity, they indulge themselves in many antisocial activities such as robbery, murder, crime, betting, hoarding, profiteering, black marketing, corruption, suicide, increase in the society because price increases and their income remains stagnant. The income remains as it is. So moral degradation occurs in the society. Thus inflationary price rise is a hindrance for the economy. Hindrance means obstacles. So it is very necessary to control the price rise. Now student, I am going to teach you very important question from this chapter, that steps taken to control the price rise. This will ask in the section D for 4 marks. So students, you have to do it. Total expenditure keeps on increasing continuously in the economy, but the production of goods does not increase with the same price, same pace. These result in price rise. Government takes steps to control the price rise. So students, I am going to teach you two measures. One is monetary measures and second is a fiscal measures. I am going to teach you in detail, just pay attention. Total whole 5 steps you have to write it down for section D. Now monetary measures. Now students, you know Reserve Bank of India. That's a central bank of India, Apex Bank of India, reduces the money circulation in the economy. As a result, a leash is imposed on spending tendency of the people. Means control imposed on the tendency of the people, those who are spending. Once the people having less income on their hand, so the demand of the goods will not increase, which leads to reduction in the prices. Okay, so RBI reduce the money supply People having less income in their hand and people spend less, and automatically price of the commodity goes down. Second, RBI increases the rate of interest through lending policy. Now loan become costlier, okay, which stops unnecessarily capital investment and betting investment. On the other hand, people try to save more money in order to get more rate of interest. Saving tendency of the people increases due to increasing rate of interest, as well as there is increase in the deposits, investment in the different saving. Thus, due to the lack of funds, betting, speculation. You know, student speculation means something that they think in the future that price will rise. That called speculation. Hoarding stops, profiteering is controlled. Third point, because of increase in the bank rate. Now, what do you mean by bank rate? All the banks has to keep. The commercial banks have to increase the lending rate. So, proportion of lending decreases. So, government RBI, Reserve Bank of India, increases the bank rate. Commercial bank have to increase the lending rate, so the proportion of lending decreases. Due to the increase in the rate of interest, excess money is stretched from the betting and come back to economy in the form of the saving. So the capital investment increases and new fields of the business and employment stop. Next point. Due to increase in the reserve funds of bank, branches of commercial banks are controlled. Decrease in the lending is there. By selling government securities in the open market, cash reserve of the commercial bank and the public is reduced. As a decrease in the supply of money in the hands of the people, consumable expenditure reduces, resulting in the control of price rise. Now fiscal measures. Fiscal measure, that's all over the government measures. Students, you have heard about the taxation. Indirect taxes are that and direct taxes. Government sometimes increases the taxation or decreases the taxation. This is all the part of the fiscal policy. Fiscal policy means government strategy with respect to the public expenditure, rising revenue, taxation and public loan policy. Government decreases supply of money by reducing its own expenditure as much as possible, along with the reduction in total expenditure of the country. It postpones such plans on the which rate of expenditure is high and is not lucrative immediately. It reduces administrative expenditure and unuseful expenditure. First up, it decreases supply of money by reducing its expenditure. You know, the government is doing expenditure of construction of roads, bridges, railways, everything. So government cut down that expenditure. Second, under taxation policy. Government increases the taxes when price rise occurs. So reduction in the supply of money, spending money among the people. Income tax, company tax, property tax are raised. Export is controlled, and because of imposition of high rate of revenue on import goods, cost of imported goods rises, and so import sinks. Sinks means import goes down. Whenever government increase the taxation, okay, so taxation, so people have to pay more taxes and they have less income on their hand, so automatically their purchasing power decreases and demand for good decreases. Okay, export is also controlled because of imposition of high rate of revenue on imported goods, and cost of imported good rises and import sinks. Public loan policy. Under the public loan policy, government tries to limit total expenditure of the society by issuing loan and bringing the scheme compulsory saving plan. Means what? Government try to increase the saving of the people and try to less down the expenditure of the people. It takes different encouraging steps to encourage the people to make more saving, reduces the rate of public debt, and decreases government help. Government help like giving subsidy, increase the proportion and coverage of direct tax, impose heavy tax on goods used by rich people and luxurious items, because of which their production sinks and production of necessary goods increases. Thus, with these steps, proportion of income in the hand will reduce, result of which demand of goods will decrease, and finally the price will reduce. So government try to start very different activities in which government reduces the subsidy and increases the direct indirect tax on the luxurious items, goods and everything, in which production decreases. Okay, people saving increases, people have less income in their hand, so automatically demand decreases and price of the commodities remains stable. Control on capital investment. In order to see that capital investment behind unuseful and luxurious items reduce, license or permit system is implemented and government encourages a type of capital investment in which the productive form of agriculture and industrial products increases. See, control on capital investment. Capital investment on unuseful things like luxurious things that reduce, and such type of capital investment that increase in the agriculture industrial products. So batting oriented capital investment reduces and production of necessary goods increases and production capacity also increases. Such encouraging steps should taken where the increase in the rate of interest, saving instinct is encouraged. So the capital investment increases and such type of efforts have to be undertaken. Means what? Capital investment on unnecessary unproductive things reduce and capital investment on the necessary goods increases. Now price regulation or rationing like price distribution, public distribution system. One of the steps to control the price rise is public distribution system, means rationing students, which has been implemented in India since 1977. The objective which is provide to low income group of the society, people living below poverty line and people of the low income group with essential commodities at reasonable price from fair price shops. Means rationing shop students. So this rationing shop provide the necessary goods at low rate. So in India today 4.97 lakh fair price shops are there. Prices at these shops are less in comparison to the prices in the open market. Government pays the difference between the original price and the rate of the items at the fair price shop. Students, you have heard about the rationing shops. Government provide all the necessary commodities in the rationing shops, but who will pay the difference? Because this rationing shop provides all the necessary goods at the low rate. So government pay the difference and this amount is called subsidy. This public distribution system has become a boon for the maintaining the living standard of the poor people in the situation of artificial scarcity, hoarding and black marketing in which price rise considerably. The success of this system is mainly dependent on the setting up the effective administration mechanism for the availability and distribution of the required quantity of essential commodities, honesty and the nature of the shopkeeper. Next, administrated price mechanism. To prevent the hoarding, maintain the price of the essential commodities at the reasonable level. To ensure their easy availability, the government fixes certain price fixes by the government. It asks the traders to sell the goods at that price only. So to keep the price level under control, government implemented the legislation Essential Commodity Act. That act was enacted, that is in 1955. So the trader does not sell the goods according to the price fixed by the government. It can initiate the proceeding under this act, penalize the trader. Government initiate the legal proceeding, undertake the intensive campaign against the hoarders, black marketers and speculation under the PASA, means Prevention of Anti-Social Activity Act. The person who kept the essential commodities in the godown and created artificial scarcity. So under the PASA Act, government control the price. Government initiate the legal proceeding and regulation of stock of the commodities kept in the godowns of the traders. Government check the godowns. They have to display the stock register, price register and take strict punitive action against the culprits. Till recently, the price of the onion, rice, cotton, cement, edible oils, petrol, diesel, domestic gas, kerosene, sugar, aluminum, iron, steel, railway, freight, etc. regulated by price mechanism. Even some life-saving drugs also covered under this, and prices are controlled. Thus, efforts to control price are not the independent or different from each other, but are complementary to dependent on each other. So rather than the things scattered, one or two steps, omnibus steps should be taken and expected results may be obtained. So students, two important questions from this chapter you have to do. That one is the reasons of price rise and second the steps to control the price rise.